Are you Hanrahan?
Yes, I'm Hanrahan. But you can call me PJ. We're just Juice for short.
Well, am I glad I found you. I've only been on this job for 3 weeks, and I thought, good heavens, if I foul up on this one, it's back to Chillicothe for me.
Hey, I didn't get your name.
Oh, Linda. Linda Farmer. But you can call me Miss Farmer. Thank you so much for your help. Shall we go? We really have lots to do before you report to camp.
So long, PJ.
Hey, there's some airport for such a small town.
Small town, where are you from?
Oh, I was born in Seattle. And I played ball in Cincinnati and then down New Orleans.
Tampa St. Petersburg is bigger than any of those towns.
Oh, come on.
Population of over 1,400,000, nearly 575,000 households.
No kidding.
The airport that serves Tampa St. Petersburg is the 22nd largest in the United States.
Hey, where do I pick up my luggage?
Oh, don't worry. It'll be at the stadium when we get there, after the tour.
Tour? What tour?
Well, you're going to need an apartment, and I'm...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What's wrong?
That's a boat, isn't it?
PJ, do you get seasick?
Me? Seasick? PJ Hanrahan?
Isn't this great? Don't you love the water? Actually, you can get a much better view from up there.
Up there? Up where?
There.
Come on up, PJ.
Oh, hey, listen, are you sure you know where you're going?
Oh, sure. I've got maps and everything. See? We're right here on the bay. Tampa St. Petersburg isn't one city. It's 2 big cities and many other growing cities, like Clearwater. There are 2 independent downtown areas set 20 miles apart. So it's a big market, but you still have plenty of elbow room.
You keep saying big. How big?
I'll show you how big. If you draw a line from Washington, D.C. to St. Louis, and then on down to Houston, you're marking off 12 states, the greater southeastern United States, an area of almost 550,000 square miles, with a population of nearly 50 million people.
50 million?
Nearly a quarter of the population of the United States. But if you look at these 12 states closely, you'll see there are only 3 great growth markets in the entire area: Atlanta, Miami, and Tampa St. Petersburg. Hey, look, we're coming up on St. Pete now. That's the St. Pete Pier, our #1 landmark. And that's the municipal marina. Did you know there are over 23,000 boats registered in Pinellas County?
Oh, happy day.
Oh, look over there. That's the Bayfront Center with a 2,300-seat auditorium. There's the new expanded Al Lang Field, where the St. Louis Cards and the New York Mets play their spring exhibition games. Bet you can almost smell that liniment, huh? The strength of St. Pete's economy is tourism, real estate, home building, space-age electronics, finance, government, merchandising, and health services.
Health services?
And our school system has almost 150,000 students. It's the 30th largest in the nation. And the Hillsborough system is even larger. I know what you're going to say, but our affluent older people own homes, bank accounts, stocks and bonds, and get reliable pension and Social Security income. Why, our retired citizens receive over $500 million in Social Security payments each year. So our economy is steady, in good times and bad. PJ! PJ!
Help me! Help me!
Oh, sure. Grab onto this and hang on tight.
Hang on tight. This is not happening. This is definitely not happening. Somebody rung my bell, that's all. I'll wake up in a couple of minutes. Great snakes!
Hang in there, PJ. Take a look over there. St. Pete has over 100 miles of the most breathtaking shoreline you've ever seen. And see over there? That's the Holiday Isle, one of the outstanding beach resorts in the United States. Oh, PJ, you're gonna love it here. Tampa St. Pete has beaches, marinas, golf courses, tennis courts, some of the best fishing you can imagine. And there are things to do all day and all night. Horse racing and jai-alai, dog racing, restaurants, nightclubs, theaters. That's why over 6.7 million people a year visit the metro area. Last year, they added more than $2.4 billion to our economy.
I'll remember that when it comes time for my contract negotiations.
I can see you're feeling better.
Oh, this flying around ain't bad, once you get the hang of it. No, huh? Hey, what's over there?
Busch Gardens just happens to be the #2 tourist attraction in Florida, and they've got a $7 million expansion program underway. Last year, they drew over 2 million visitors. But tourism isn't all there is to Tampa and St. Pete. This is a booming commercial and industrial center. There are 240 major manufacturing plants in Hillsborough County, and they produced goods valued at $1.5 billion last year. That places us second in the state. Then downtown Tampa is a business and financial center. That big building is the First Financial Tower. It's got more than 500,000 square feet of office space and not 1 inch left to rent. Now there's where our 2 interstate highways cross, making Hillsborough a major distribution and marketing center. Almost 29% of Hillsborough County employment is in wholesale and retail trade, much higher than the national average. Education and culture is important in Tampa, too. The University of South Florida has over 23,000 students on campuses in Tampa and St. Pete. The main campus is in Tampa. Then right downtown, you can see the University of Tampa. There are over 52,000 students in colleges and universities in the Tampa and St. Pete metro area right now. And Hillsborough County matches the demographics of the U.S. in sex, race, age, household size, and income. Now right down there, that's the MacDill military installation, headquarters for the U.S. Readiness Command. It incorporates units from the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines, has a base population of over 21,000, and an annual payroll of better than $70 million.
But how do you do that?
Do what?
Hang by one hand like that.
I'm a lefty. Now, if you look down there, you'll see the real key to Tampa's growth. It's our harbor. From Norfolk, Virginia, clear around to New Orleans, Tampa is the #1 port in the southeastern United States. And its #1 cargo is phosphates from the rich mines of Hillsborough, Polk, and Hernando counties. Still, this harbor traffics in everything from oil to cattle. And it happens to be home port for one of the largest shrimping fleets in the nation. The Port of Tampa is the world's gateway for Tampa St. Pete products. Electronic components, nuclear reactor gear, steel from the only mill in all of Florida, and of course produce from the farms and citrus groves in the area. Okay, PJ, we get off here.
Get off? Get off? What do you mean, get off?
Just what I said. Get off!
Hey, cut it out. Hey, cut it out. Look, stop it, will ya? I'm a righty.
Now, don't you think we have a great market?
Listen, I'm sick of hearing about Tampaburg and St. Pete. I think I saw St. Peter on the way down. Oh, why couldn't they have sent me someplace like Atlanta or Miami, where women aren't encyclopedias? They're women.
Oh, PJ, you're just a little overwrought. Come on now. Let's go change your clothes. PJ, you don't have to be in Atlanta or Miami. You're right between, and that's a much better place to be. Now, go on in and change your clothes.
I don't care what you say. Tampa St. Petersburg might be right between Atlanta and Miami, but it isn't in their league.
Yeah?
Yeah!
Well, PJ, if you think so, look at this. As a matter of fact, the 1976 Sales Management Survey of Buying Power proves, in more ways than one, that Tampa St. Petersburg is right between Miami and Atlanta. In total households, the Atlanta market ranks 18th. Miami ranks 22nd in the nation, but what you may not have realized is that Tampa St. Pete as a market ranks 21st, right between Atlanta and Miami. In fact, the Tampa St. Pete metro area is just about the fastest growing major market in the United States, with a population increase of more than 31% since 1970 alone. Just this year, we've moved up from 26th to 24th. And for the first time ever, We're one of the top 25 markets in the United States. Now look at this. In general merchandise sales, Atlanta ranks 15, Miami 19, and Tampa St. Pete ranks 20th. Right up in the big league. In furniture and home furnishing sales, Atlanta ranks 13, Miami is 14, and Tampa St. Pete is 16. In food store sales, Miami is 22, Atlanta 24, and Tampa St. Pete is right in there at 25. And the same pattern holds for automotive sales, liquor sales, drugstore sales, eating and drinking sales, and even total retail sales. Say, aren't you dressed yet?
You mean this market, these cities, whatever, are that close in size and volume to Atlanta and Miami?
More than that, at the rate we're growing, much faster than Atlanta and nearly twice as fast as Miami, those small differences in sales activities won't be around long. Oh, PJ, you look beautiful, just like a real Floridian.
Gee, thanks, but how do you do that stuff?
Oh, it's an old Chamber of Commerce stunt. Thanks, boys.
Okay, break it down.
From Temple Terrace to Tierra Verde, we've got some of the finest all-season living in the country. No wonder real estate values are increasing throughout the market. Beautiful weather, beautiful surroundings, building starts are up, and of course, where there are suburbs, there are shopping centers. 140 of them to be exact, including giant new complexes like Countryside Mall in Clearwater and Tampa Bay Center in Tampa. In a little over 3 years, shopping center square footage has more than doubled, an increase of over 8 million square feet, and department store sales have increased 81%. In fact, since 1970, major retailers like Federated Stores, Associated Dry Goods, Mercantile, Ivy's, and Skaggs Albertsons have moved into our market. With all there is to choose from, we've got the best of everything.
And look at that sunset. Isn't it beautiful?
It sure is. Sunset? Oh my goodness, we've got to get out of here. There's a game tonight.
A game? I don't know any of the plays.
Don't worry, the book is right here in the car. Read, Hanrahan, read.
Linda.
Read, PJ. Oh, they're going to fry me.
Linda.
PJ, later with that stuff, will you read?
But Linda, this isn't a playbook. This is a book about SMSAs and ADIs and professional managerials. Where are all the little X's and O's?
Yikes, that's the Tampa St. Pete newspaper playbook. I must have mixed them up when I left the office.
This market has 2 sets of newspapers?
I told you, PJ, it's one big market, but 2 separate cities, 20 miles apart. Each city has its own newspapers. It's just a matter of common sense and reader loyalty.
Hey, these pictures are in color.
Well, our newspapers rank 1st and 3rd in ROP color advertising lineage in the entire United States. Turn the page. Buying the Tampa and St. Pete newspapers gives you a reach of 72% of adults in the metro area, with almost no duplication.
But the X's and the O's, where are the X's and the O's?
In the 3-county area served by these great newspapers, one insertion in both newspaper combinations will give you 76% reach of homeowners, 82% of professional, proprietor, managerial, and white-collar occupations, 85% of all adults with some college, and 88% reach among families with household incomes of $15,000 a year or more on one day. And these figures come from the current Belden Associates continuing market study.
I don't even know if I'm an X or an O.
A combination of the Tampa and St. Pete newspapers gives you the most efficient coverage of the metro market. But there's a big plus involved. 54% same-day coverage of adults in the 11-county ADI. So you get a grand total of 845,000 adults reading and depending on our newspapers throughout the ADI.
Hey, this is stadium and a half.
Sure, Tampa Stadium has 72,000 seats. It's among the 5 largest in the NFL. And with $16 million for the franchise, $1 million for team facilities, and $16 million for the stadium expansion, we've made a total commitment of $33 million to our team and our market. Oh, on time. They're still warming up.
Hey, these guys are really big. You don't think they might have a coaching job?
Here it is, under Buccaneer Brief. Coach J.K. McKay announced that James P.J. Hanrahan has assumed a coaching position with the offensive team. Oh, P.J., you're famous. Tampa St. Pete are going to love you.
Well, you know, Linda, I think
Yes, P.J.?
I'm going to love Tampa St. Pete, too.
Oh, P.J. Oh, P.J.
This market was just a dream. Now we're a big league team, building ahead of steam. And now we're working harder for something more, to run up a great big score, top what we were before. Man, we're with it, we have caught the spirit, and we'll shout it up to the big blue sky. We're on fire, yeah, our up is higher, and there's nothing that we won't dare to try. We've broken the big time. We're bigger than they thought we could be. So tell all those boys in the big time, baby, it's high time, and baby, you're gonna hear from me. Now we're part of the 25. Our town has come alive. Business has come to thrive. We live a life that really is downright grand. Sunshine and surf and sand. Growth that has all been planned. Tampa, St. Petersburg, Tampa, St. Petersburg, Tampa, St. Petersburg, oh my! You're a dreamer, well it takes a dreamer to imagine how high we're gonna fly. We've broken the big time. We're bigger than they thought we could be. So tell all those boys in the big time, baby, it's high time, and baby, you're gonna hear from me. Listen, baby, and I don't mean maybe, our success is here and it's here to stay. We're $1 million and we spend $4 billion, and $4 billion isn't hay. St. Petersburg on the bay, Tampa, yeah!